Hello, welcome back to Silver Thread Sewing. I'm Diane. This is Friday Sews. So I hope everyone is good, and I hope that you are having a good, productive week, whatever you're doing. Christmas is just a few days away. It's hard to believe. Today it's sunny and like 60 degrees here in the mountains, so it doesn't feel very much like Christmas by the weather. We've been very fortunate to have mostly mild days. We've had a few pretty cold nights in the teens. We did have some snow last weekend, kind of toward the end of the week. It was really pretty. I'll put in a couple of pictures that we took. We had to go do some errands, and I took just a couple of pictures. But it was really pretty. But it didn't last very long. The next day it kind of cleared up and, went back to being sunny and fairly nice. So, let's see. Greg and I this week made about 24 dozen sugar cookies, and I'll put in some pictures of him with his hands in the dough. He always does the rolling out part and, putting them on the cookie sheet, and then I do the baking and the watching them and taking them out and sprinkling them with red and green sugar. But we baked about 24 dozen, and we've given most of those out already. What he hasn't eaten, he always says, don't keep many of those cookies because I'll eat them all. He loves them with coffee, and every time I look up, he's in there getting him a cookie. I'm just going to have one more, he'll say. So usually one is never enough, but they are good. It's the same recipe that I've been using since my kids were little. So it's pretty simple, and most people like them. They're not super sweet, so they're not terrible for you. But I didn't make any candy because most everybody in our life is trying to cut down on sugar and watch their weight and all the things. So I've not made any candy. I'll probably make some. My mama used to make brown sugar. We called it brown sugar fudge, but it's just brown sugar candy. It's basically brown sugar. So I'll probably make some of that right before Christmas for the kids because they do like that a lot. What else have we done? We put our Christmas tree up last weekend, and I'll put in a little bit of video there. It's pitiful. There was more of the little plastic needles in the floor than there was on the tree, just about. It's shedding so bad. We've had that tree for a million years. Greg will not cut down a live tree. That's the Boy Scout in him, I think. So he doesn't like to cut down a real tree, and so even though we live in the Christmas tree capital of the world, we always have a fake tree. But doesn't bother me because the mold and stuff that collects on them makes my allergies go crazy, so I don't mind having a fake tree. But this one is getting just about to the end of its effectiveness, but it's okay. Most of the ornaments on it are special for whatever reason. I used to do all red because of strawberries, but we have a lot now that I have some that my kids made when they were young. I have some that are very special because of a friend that made them for me, and they're made from different varying sizes of buttons, kind of from larger at the bottom, and then they go up, so they look kind of like a tree, and then they have sewing little sewing trinkets on the top of them. So I'll take some footage of that if I can. What else? I've got some that I made one when I was in Bible school when I was a little kid. Got some that the kids made when they were little. And then we have two kind of in memory of our parents. And so they're very special. 2 secs. Sorry, that was Callie calling. She'd had her Christmas party at work and wanted to tell me about it. So I think I was talking about the ornaments on our tree. They're very simple, and but they're all meaningful in some way, and we do have the ones in memory of our parents now, so they're very special. And of course, we have a ornament for Salem. I actually got it this year. I found the little glass part of it at Hobby Lobby, but the picture of her, it's her when she was a lot younger, and she had a stick that was like longer than this. And so it's just a little part of her with that stick in her mouth. So that's on her newest ornament. And then I have one of my Oreo, my Dalmatian that I had for 16 years, but it's just like a little metal one and it has like a Dalmatian on it, but his name's on the back of it. So our tree is little and simple, but it's very meaningful. So that's what I care most about. I'm looking down because I'd made notes so I wouldn't forget to tell you anything. So this week I sewed 3 pillowcases. They're all for kids, 2 for boys and 1 for a little girl. I had gotten the yard of fabric at Walmart. One is Paw Patrol and one is like spaceships and satellites and all that kind of thing. Space. I'm not sure what you call it. Maybe like rockets. I think that's what it is. And then the little girl one is Peppa Pig. And it's pink. And but anyway, I made those 3 pillowcases. I made about 5 sets of the little zipper pouches with the tissue holders to match. And I did these a little bit different than I normally do. I quilted the lining to a piece of batting. And I'm not sure if I can get that to where you can see it, but I did it really closely, just kind of corner to corner and real closely and densely. And I just love the way they turned out. I'm still going to put a little charm on the zipper pull, but otherwise they are finished and they're in all different prints. It's just all quilting cotton, and I've showed you before, I think, but just different ones. And then I've got just a couple more. If I have time between now and Sunday or Monday, I'll make a few more. And if I don't, I've still got a few more of the tissue holders that I showed you last time. I've given most of them out, but I've got a few left. And maybe put a couple cookies and something else little in the bag. So that'll make a few more little gifts. And I think that is about all I plan to do. We'll have a family get-together on Sunday, and then the kids will be up on Christmas morning, and we'll do breakfast with them, and then I'll go be with my sister for a while, and then that will pretty much conclude our day, which is fine. And I always, after Christmas, I usually take my tree down Christmas night. I just can't stand it after Christmas. It's like, why do we have a tree in the house? You know, so I'm pretty quick to take the tree down. I know a lot of people say they don't take it down till after the first of the year, but I like to have the house cleaned by by January 1st. I want to start the new year off with a clean house. So I usually do a deep cleaning and sort out things and throw things away, that are no longer necessary. Which is hard with Greg because he keeps everything. So yeah, the funny saying, one is a tidier and a neat freak, and one is a hoarder. And that's kind of how we are. He's not that bad, but he doesn't like to throw anything away unless it's absolutely something he knows he'll never need. And there's very little of that. So anyway, I'm going to try to clean the house next week and get things in order before the first of the year. My mom and daddy's anniversary would be January 31st. It would be 71 years since they got married. So I'll probably go and take some flowers to the cemetery and do that for them. That's all they need. They don't even need that, but I'll probably do it for myself. So there's that. My YouTube anniversary, believe it or not, is going to be January 3rd. And I have got, last time I checked, I had 1,758 subscribers. And I just can't tell you how that blows my mind. I am so grateful for that. And I have enjoyed this past year getting to make friends and getting to talk to you guys about sewing and learning from you and your comments and getting that interaction and friendship going. And I just wanted to say thank you. So we'll be coming up on a year pretty soon. Also, the last thing, I've been watching a lot of Vlogmas. I have several people that I love to watch, and one of them is Angela from Devon Thread Tales, and I'm sure you watch her. If you find my channel, I'm sure you watch all the ones I do. But she had mentioned some of the, in her Vlogmas, she had mentioned adding names of the ones we listen to or watch to a list, and she was going to share that list. Well, she had done that. I think it was in yesterday's vlog, maybe. I will try to link that specific vlog of hers. But I was going through the list to make sure that I was aware of all the different vloggers that people watch. And so she had compiled the list from everyone's comments. And I had added some to the comments. Jen from Today and Jen's Sewing Room, of course, the creator of Friday Sews. Angela's list is very long, and my channel was included in that list, and I'm not sure if she got that from my comment, or I didn't include myself in the comment, but she may have gotten it from that, or somebody had left it in their comments. Either way, my little channel was included in her list. It was down toward the bottom. So I just appreciate being on that list. I was honored to even be included in that group. So check that video out if you haven't already. And I want to wish you a very sincere Merry Christmas. I hope that you get to be with those you love, and I hope that that it'll be a time of renewal and joy and peace and hope and all the things for you. And I want to say happy birthday to Jesus, because I always think, without him, we wouldn't have Christmas. And in my heart, that's what Christmas really is. And I'm so grateful that he came into the world. I will say Resurrection Day, Easter Sunday, is my most favorite holiday. It's my favorite day of the year because Christ arose then. And because he arose, so shall we. So I hope that you have all the good things, and I hope that the new year will bring you peace and good health and all that. And I'll probably be back next Friday to say Happy New Year, but just in case I'm not, for any reason, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and thanks for helping me with my little channel over the past almost year. See you soon.